Hey, what is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, we're going to be talking about footwork and the backhand walk slash run up. I was watching Bonanza Disc Golf and he noticed something in another player's form that I have not particularly put any focus into, but I thought this was a really smart form tip that's going to help with your plant foot, your X step, and just sort of help with your timing and putting all these things together. The form tip that I want to talk about today is going to be starting your walk or run up with your right foot, adding an extra step to the walk up. And what this allows you to do is step, step, pre-plant step, X plant, and then a throw. Now, why I think this is really smart is because when we start with the left foot, we have a step, we have a cross, and then we have to kind of find where our plant foot needs to go sort of last second. Why it makes a lot of sense to lead with the right leg is because now we have a step, we have a pre-plant step where we can actually get our foot in the best possible position, and now we're X-stepping and planting one more time. It's a lot easier to have a proper plant when our foot is already in the position it needs to be in. Now we're just stepping and putting it back there once more. And Bonanza noticed this, and I've sort of been watching meticulously other players' forms, and there are a lot of players on tour that actually do this. I actually did a video with Ezra Aderhold yesterday, and he actually does this. I'm not sure if this is something he consciously does, and even on shortened run-ups, he would sort of, whether he started with his right or his left, there was always this plant, step, plant in his form. So now that I saw Bonanza do it, it really helped him. I've been doing it the last couple days. It really is helping me. I saw Ezra do it yesterday. There's obviously something to this form tip. So we'll just put it into action here, throw a few shots. I think this is something that's really worth working on because it just limits the amount of mistakes you can make with your plant foot. We're putting ourselves in the best possible position to plant, cross step, plant. So I'm going to call it a pre-plant step. So we have a pre-plant, cross, plant. It's so much easier to go from a planted position to a planted position instead of being in this like open hip position and like swinging and trying to put your foot where it needs to be at the last second. You might as well just put it where it needs to be before you even plant. Another pro player that I played with recently, Clint Calvin, he also does this exact same thing as well. And now I'm noticing all of these players with extremely compact form without a lot of extra bad stuff going on. A lot of these guys, a lot of pro players are doing this. So it's that step, step, pre-plant, cross, and a rip. And when you hit it right, I mean, that was a cicada. That wasn't even a distance driver. And that was a pretty easy and smooth throw. By the way, the cicada's fire. Just threw it a whole bunch yesterday. Awesome disc. I feel like this tip is super helpful, and I think it's something that a lot of you guys who are struggling with your backhand, this is going to help you get into the right positions easier. And Bonanza said this as well. Not only is it about getting in the right position, it's getting in the right position with the right timing. And theoretically, as long as you have like a certain baseline of athleticism, you should be able to clear, as long as you're in the right position at the right time. Based on your athleticism, you should be able to get up to those 400, 450, and for those really athletic people out there, 500 feet. But the first steps are, putting yourself in the right place, then putting yourself in the right place at the right time, and then you should always be trying to be more athletic, taking good care of yourself. exercising, that is going to help with your distance and your ability to do these things so much. That's strength, mobility, flexibility. Don't forget to stretch. Stretching is super important. Don't forget to strength train. It's going to help you be more explosive. Then you're going to be mobile, explosive. Then you have the right form at the right time. And I know it sounds like a lot of work, but all of these things are going to equal you throwing farther and throwing more consistent golf lines. So anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this technique in the comment section down below. I'm going to probably stick to this for at least a month. I just think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if it's just simply not working for me, I'll stop. But I don't really see that being a thing. Stepping with the right foot basically makes it super easy to do. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to give it a try? Shout out to Bodanza. Shout out to Ezra. And shout out to Clint Calvin. Ezra and Clint have some of the most easy to replicate and compact forms in the game. And I think those are two players that are certainly worth watching and looking into and seeing what they do, because they both meticulously analyze their form and try to make it as compact and clean as possible. They didn't tell me that. You can tell just by watching them throw that there's meticulous practice that goes into every single movement at the perfect time. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. You guys are watching Iceberg TV, and take care.